Congratulations. You've got the privilege to meet a guy from a band who's been around for over 30 years. His name is Sebastian Ramstedt, and he's the guitarist slash songwriter for Swedish blackened death metal band Necrophobic. They've got a new album out on Century Media October 9th called Dawn of the Damned. How would you describe the video for the song The Infernal Depths of Eternity, Sebastian?
First of all, we didn't want us as the band in the video. I think for black metal videos, it's very hard to make the song justice with showing the members, because, you know, when you play live, it makes sense seeing the band members, but in black metal videos, they often get very corny. It's hard to believe. It's like it's people with makeup. You can see that, you know, that it's a photograph there. But for this song that is very, very serious, we needed to do something else. So we wanted to do first like a lyric video, but then we realized that this guy Kostin, who had done numerous videos and cover arts for people, he was very good at this, and he always had this esoteric theme or knowledge over his videos. And since this song, the Infernal Depths of Eternity, is partly about a Kundalini meditation process where you let the energy flow through your spine to open up the third eye and the devil's crown, where in contrast to Buddhism, where you blank everything out and think of nothing, with a dark magician's way, you expand to suck all the impressions into your head. You want all the knowledge. So it's the opposite outcome of the Kundalini meditation. And I talked a bit to Kostin, who is also in the scene, about this, and he was very interested in doing this, and he said, like, well, it's gonna take some time because I have to meditate over this for a month before I start. So he was very serious. And then we talked about some of the symbols, what was needed. He asked us if we were really religious. He didn't want to step on any toes, you know. So he was very serious. And when we saw this result, it was just spot on. It's fantastic. It's better than any video I think we have done, or at least it fits this song just right.
And speaking of work and artwork, everything fell into place with the new album, because you got the cover art by Christian Necrolord Wien, for instance.
Yeah, absolutely. And the new cover art is the third in a trilogy. We made an album called Dark Side in 1997, which is a blue cover with a little red spot in the middle, and that is also made by Christian. And I always wanted a continuation. I wanted to see what was behind the red gate. You know, like the Iron Maiden covers of the 80s. On Somewhere in Time, when you turn the cover around, you could see the pyramids from Powerslave. Yeah. You know, it. So we asked Christian for the last album if he could paint what's beyond the red gate. And then he came up with the cathedral on Mark of the Necrogram. And this time we asked him, can you paint what's inside of the cathedral? So you can follow this. It's not 3 albums of the same theme, but it's great things for the fans, you know, like also a tribute to the old covers of the 80s. So
yeah, fantastic. Yeah, you spoke earlier about the third eye and visualizing the phases of opening the third eye. That's a theme for the album, right?
It's one part of the theme for the album, because the music started to get so serious on this album, and it got another depth, and it got another more atmosphere. So I wanted the lyrics to match that. I was through some crisis a couple of years ago, and I was in a depression, and there was really no place for me to go. I felt like if life is like this, then I don't want to live this life. I have to go somewhere, and that took me on a journey into the dark. Instead of trying to reach up, I have to explore this fully down into the tunnels of like the underworld. So I let everything fall apart. I let everything fall down, and it was a big sacrifice with friends, with habits, with relationships, even with being a father and what kind of father I would be and stuff like that. It was a big change. But I didn't want to write exactly about these earthly things on the album because it wouldn't fit a Necrophobic album. And so I had a lot of notes from my past time experiences.